everybody, I'm here with a unique review. This is the Pole Position Maya Arcade Pocket Player. I believe it's called Max. And what makes this unique is this has not been released yet. So what happened was I was looking on eBay. I saw this for a decent price. One of the reasons it probably had a decent price is it has a big chunk of plastic taken out of it. There's also a scratch across the screen, which I don't know if you could see, but on the top here, it looks like a razor box cutter may have gone across the top. So I bought it without realizing you can buy it. These aren't for sale, and there's a few signs to me that this is a prototype. My guess is someone at the My Arcade office had one of these. It broke, and they said, okay, just take this home to your kid, let him play with it, and it ended up on eBay. Because like right here, I don't know if you could see it, but there's like a weird film right there, like almost like glue or something. So you can see while we're at the bottom, you have a micro SD card. I have not put one in. I don't know if there's anything in there. I don't want to put one in and then it goes clunk and it's in the case because it may not do anything. You have the USB-C charger. So this is rechargeable, a little battery light and a headphone jack. And here's the back, and we have more signs that this is not a retail unit. So there's a rechargeable battery and some unfinished paint on the back side. There is no screw right there. There may have been, and maybe the previous person just took it out because they can be annoying. And here's the other side. So you don't put batteries, but you can see like that's not fully painted at all. So again, makes me think that this is actually a prototype other than the fact that you can't buy it. So here's the top. You have a volume, a backlight, so you can make the screen brighter and on and off. When you turn it on, it takes about 10 seconds before it pops on by itself. So here are the different brightness levels. So we'll put it super bright. We have a D-pad. So here, these buttons confuse me. The credit I can get to work. Start and home don't seem to do anything, honestly. You have a low gear and a high gear button. It actually says low and high. It might be hard to see in the light there, but they're just a gear shift. So it doesn't matter what gear you're in. If you push either one of these black buttons, it'll go to the opposite gear. And you have a gas and a brake. Now, I will tell you right now, first of all, if this is a prototype, don't base your opinion on the final retail version just based on this, because they may do some changes between now and then. And I kind of hope they do, because I'll tell you what, using this D-pad, it's not that great. And one of the problems is this is supposed to be the Atari Arcade ROM, from what I understand. And it does appear to be that way. They changed the billboards. You had, what was it, Marlboro cigarettes in the original and Champion spark plugs. And now they just have Namco and our Atari games in it. So the billboards haven't changed. The explosion sound doesn't seem to show up in this version. Again, that could be fixed for the future. And the steering is really kind of problematic, probably because you had a steering wheel. And when you try to put it to a D-pad, it doesn't always translate well. And so I think what happens is you just put right or left, but it's like you're just whipping the steering wheel around. I'll try and do the corners and see if that helps. I've only qualified once and I haven't finished a race, just to give you an idea. And usually I can at least do that. So let's put in some coins. Let's turn up the volume. The sound is good. So we'll put it in low gear. And let's try and do this. See how well I can do. I'll try and tap. Oh yeah, it's just so easy for me to oversteer in this version. Let's go to low gear for this one. And then back to high. And I'm just hitting the same button, the low button. So let's see. That one turn usually gets me, so it's probably a good idea. See? No explosion sound. And here we go. I might actually qualify. Nope, I didn't qualify. So now, and there's no way to pause right now. There's no going back. So that's not enough time to qualify. So I'll try and do one more qualifying lap. But you can see there might be things that need to be changed before it gets released. If it ever does, there's, sometimes prototypes show up and they never get released. I remember Super Impulse. They showed at a toy fair, and we can change the names or somewhere. There we go. We've used the steering wheel, right? AAAJ, whoever that is. Okay. Let's try one more time. So the start button does seem to work to start your game, but the home, I don't know what it does. Switch gear. But Super Impulse showed off at a Toy Fair a Tomb Raider Tiny Arcade that they never released. So it's possible this never comes out. But my guess is it will eventually come out. Maybe for the holidays, who knows. Oops. And there's my non-existent crash. That might be all I needed. Oh, there's another crash. So that's going to do it. There's no way I can qualify now. So it's the pole position My Arcade Pocket Player Max prototype. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If they do release a retail version, I might pick one up and compare it with this one and see if they did change anything. Anyways, thanks for watching. Click like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.